Hello, my loves. Right, I'm doing an infill and not so much a redesign, but we're doing a crystal design. So this is Amber. She had Valentino Butterlicious last time with the Kylie Jenner leopard print. And all we've done is file off the bulk, leave the majority of the colour because we're staying with the same colour. And then I'm going in and just refining the shape quickly as part of my prep routine. So I've got my Valentino dust collector, as you can see. She is a godsend. Best investment you will ever make is to protect your airways when you're doing nails. I can't stress this enough. I seriously cannot stress this enough. Like, I was so ill before, and it's only when we figured out that it was the dust that was causing sinus infections, coughs, colds, like that whole snotty thing. Now, no problems at all. So I'm just checking the lengths to make sure they're all the same lengths. I've debulked using my e-file. And like I said, I'm just using my steel file now to make sure they're all nice and sharp. Get them all there. If you prep and you get everything nice and sharp before application, I'll show you. It's just so much quicker and so much less work at the end. So I'll do it with my steel file, and that's literally just to, because I've just taken the length down with the e-file, so I'm just tidying it up. And that's just to kind of get it all into place. I don't file the body of the nail with my steel file, it's just personal preference really. I prefer my Canvalite file. So as you can see, I'll go in with my Canvalite and I'll do left to right over the nail, and I'm just removing any little areas of lifting. She's a fellow nail tech and lash tech, so her nails can get kind of battered, but they weren't too bad actually this time, to be honest. So there was a little bit of lifting here and there. We just remove that. We're smoothing out that growth line, making sure it's just extra soft and smooth and delish. And then just through the body of the nail, I'll run the file because the e-file's left kind of indentations and stuff. So I'll literally just, I've sped that bit up just so you can see, but I'm literally nipping over the acrylic on the regrowth area, thin it down. This is me shifting my stuff about. Thin it down, and then, yeah, just work through the body of the nail. So once I've done that, I'm going to go in with Mark. Now I always get the name wrong, so I'm looking at it right now. It is the Glitter Planet Super Scraper. And I'm just going to push the cuticles back. Just nudge them back. And we'll go in with the cuticle prep routine. So once they're all nudged back, I go in with the cuticle bits that I've got from Amazon. They'll be linked, everything will be linked in the description box. And the Amazon link takes you to, it's like a storefront, and it's just got all the things that I use and buy and things that I'm gonna get, or mainly what I've already got. So that's on there. And I'm just going to tidy up the cuticle. She doesn't really have a whole lot of growth there. Her nails grow fast, but she doesn't have an overgrow of kind of non-living tissue. There's always a few bits that we trim here and there, but it's not too bad at all. So I'll let you watch this part. Right, so we've de-dusted, and I'm just going to go in with my Nailmate cuticle scissors. So these are not the nippers, these are actually the scissors. The difference is these have the narrowest blade of any of my cuticle nippers or scissors that I've got. They have the smallest blade, which is really awesome for getting in there. And also, they don't have resistance. They literally work like a pair of scissors. They don't have the resistance that you have with nippers. So if you're like me, I get quite achy joints in my hands. These are perfect, and they're beautifully sharp, and yeah, lush. Gert Lush, mate. I've got a 5% discount code for them as well. Well, for anything from Glitter Planet. So yeah, I'll stick that in the description box. So we'll just trim off those little bits. I don't trim everything. I just trim bits that are going to get in the way. You'll see them because they're white. It's not living tissue. It's like the bits of dry skin and overgrowth, and there's not an awful lot. But you must, like I've just done, clean that nail down first so you can see what you're doing. There's no good coming in with a sharp implement and just hoping for the best. No. So yeah, just little bits that I can see getting in the way that will interfere with product adhesion or just generally make the finished result look a bit manky. We don't want that, do we? But as you can see, there's not an awful lot really. It's just a little bit here and there. It's perfectly acceptable. And then once I've finished that, I go back in with my Canvalite file, now that we're all neatened up, and just gently whiz over the natural nail regrowth area, and just make sure it's the shine has been sort of buffed off. I don't kind of go in full whack, and it's on the 180 grit side, not the 100 side. So yeah, we do that. I've just sped it up because you know what it looks like. You'll kind of know. Just whiz over quickly. I just saw a little bit of lifters. It's good to double check anyway, because if you must remove all lifting. If you've still got lifting on those nails, then it will just get worse and worse. You'll get moisture trapped underneath. You're going to have bacteria growing. You don't want all that. You want to be careful with that. So I've dusted them all down, and now I'm going in with dehydrator. And this time I'm using Young Nails Protein Bond. I've had it for a while, and I remember using it before and it was quite effective. And it's more just like, oh, I'll just see if it works for her any better than an acid primer. We'll see. So yeah, I've tried it on a couple of people, and it's purely experimental. You know when you find something in your drawer that you haven't used for a while and you think, oh, I'll have a little look. So I'll apply that. You can apply that to the whole nail actually. You don't need to just apply it to the regrowth. There we go. Now I'm coming in with Valentino's Butterlicious. It's a beautiful, really neutral nude colour. Really, really neutral and very nice. And we're just going to infill that regrowth area. So I've placed the bead on, I'm tucking it in, and then I'm using the middle of my brush to move that product down the nail. Tip to tuck, middle to move. And if you go in with your brush at the right angle, it will be a very quick and easy infill. The problem is if you go in to move a bead of acrylic with the tip of your brush, you're not going to move it, you're going to be stabbing into it, scooping it, pushing it. But if you place that bead, let's have another look, see if it's good. If I'm changing the angle in a minute, so it might be easier from the other angle. I'm placing the bead on, and then I'm using the tip of my brush to tease that into the cuticle area, and then the underside of my brush, the middle, to smooth it out and move it through the nail. If I was to put the tip of my brush in, I'd be scooping it down the nail, and you'd get chunks and digging in marks like indentations. Couldn't think of my words then. So you want the flat underside, the belly of your brush, to move that product down the nail. Again, place the bead on. Right, use the tip to tuck it very gently. I'm not stabbing it in, I'm just teasing that product. And then I'm going to use the middle of the brush to move it through the nail. And that's how you get a nice smooth application. I do slightly bleed the back of the beads because it is cold in here. Sorry if you can hear me rattling around, I'm soaking off my nails. So yeah, I'll repeat that on all the nails, I'll let you watch that. Okie dokie, so what you see here now is before filing. So now I'm just going to go in with the 100 grit side of my steel file and just quickly whiz over the shape. So sidewall, and free edge. That's all I'm going to do with that file. And I'm taking one of the bits from the Melody Susie e-file bit selection that came with my file, and I'm just going to go around the cuticle. This is a fine bit and it's on about 20,000 RPM, and I'm just going very gently around the cuticle area just to smooth it out. We don't need a bulky ledge there, and then it's going to be easier for me to tuck my hand file in. Then, as always, I'll come in with my Canvalite file and just tidy up the cuticle area and like the body of the nail. And you'll see that I also go in with the steel file as well. So I'll do the Canvalite file and then I'll go in with the steel file and just perfect the sidewall and free edge. Then switch back to my Canvalite, through the body of the nail, and then again the sidewalls just to sharpen them up.
We're good, we never left the ground, but we need to take some weight off our shoulders. The fight isn't over. Can you let me be tonight? I will need some time alone, not forever, but when we're together, it feels like my spark's been left in the dark sometimes. Cause when I'm with you, it's just like an airwave, better than a band-aid. This could be love, not sure, but I'm probably right. When you're around, I can say what I wanna say. So hard to concentrate. This is all that I need and more. Perfectly safe and sure. I'll be with you always. I will stay with my common sense. Irresistible friend. Will you be with me always? Stay up all night. We finally took some weight off our shoulders, so this fight is over. Can you stay with me tonight? I don't wanna be alone, and I need you here if you want to. I know my spark's been left in the dark sometimes, but when I'm with you, it's just like an airwave, better than a band-aid. This could be love, not sure, but I'm probably right. When you're around, I can say.
So once we are all filed and cleaned, we're then going to do a Swarovski design. Off the top of my head, I do not know the names for all of these crystals. I know that they are all from Angel Crystals, as is the adhesive and the tool that I'm using, and my Valentino dust collector, and the Valentino Butterlicious acrylic colour. But I will go on the website and double check the names of the crystals that I'm using and put them in the description box, along with the 5% discount code that covers anything on the Angel Crystals website. But these are blinged to the max, because it don't mean a thing if you ain't got that bling, girl. Come on, honey. So yeah, I'll let you watch me do this. Okay, now we're all blinged up to the max. The whole time she was like, honey, look at my nails. Now we're going in with Nailmate Super Gloss, and we're going to top coat all of these nails. You'll see that when I do the crystal nail, I go in with the detailer brush first and really tuck it in around those crystals, because that's going to be an extra security blanket. It's also going to prevent them catching on hair and stuff like that. So we'll do that, and then we'll put them in the lamp for 60 seconds. So once these are all done, we cured them and we used Pina Colada cuticle oil, and these are the final nails. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Tally bye!